I now got 20 hours in the game and I'm gonna tell you all about what I learned so far. I come from DayZ and Hell and my first impression of this game was that it is a mix of those games. You get DayZ and the feel of it, and then you get like Hell with taking over points. When you enter a match, you can enter in the beginning, in the middle, in the end, doesn't matter. But the matches can be hours long, and you can come in and out however you want. It's all about taking over bases, and it could take up to 12 hours sometimes. There's lots of communication, just like in Hell Let Loose. You get a radio on you when you spawn, and there you can talk to your unit and you can talk to the others on the main channel. You can decide to work with the team and communicate and be active, but you can as well be silent and do your own thing. It's okay to do your own missions. Just try to be useful for the team. There are vanilla servers and then there are modded servers, and I can imagine maybe certain rules on the modded servers. But if you jump into a vanilla server, there's not any rules like that. You just play and do your thing and try to be useful. You navigate with compass and map. It's just like in DayZ, and I like to try and get myself around and plan the route. You can spawn vehicles, even helicopters, but they cost supplies. There's a whole supply system that I have not learned completely yet, but you need to do supply runs with the supply truck, and you need to think about what vehicles you use and how you use the supplies for the team. So when you're new, just try to not be greedy and not use anything. Like you see here, I'm walking towards this space because I don't want to use up the supplies if it's not necessary. The feeling of the game is like DayZ, but you don't spawn on the coast if you die. There is a spawn system, just like in Hell Let Loose. There's no garrisons or outposts, but if you take a base, you need to do supply runs to be able to spawn in that base. When you spawn, it takes supplies, and when the supplies are out, you can't spawn there anymore. So that's one important thing about the supply system. There's also a whole chapter of using radios, radio towers. I've not been doing it much yet, but what I have understood is you connect the bases through radios and radio towers, and that as well make you able to spawn in some way. There is a backpack, a radio backpack you can get from the weaponry, and when you put that on the ground, if you're a group leader, you can put it on the ground and your unit can spawn in where you are a couple times, like 5 times I think. And you can find the enemy radio backpacks if you're lucky, and then you can destroy them and make them not spawn anymore. So it's much like a Hell Let Loose outpost kinda. You can destroy the enemy spawn. So it's a spawn system like that you need to learn. When you can't spawn anywhere, you know there's it's needed to taken care of with supply runs. You can't just go into fights and spawn and spawn and spawn. The team needs to take care of the spawn system as well and get supply runs going to keep the fight going. When you enter a match, you start at 0 and then you level up by doing taking bases, and I'm sure there's more things to do to level up, but you level up while you play and being useful. And when you level up, you can unlock, like spawn in different things. I have not learned yet, but it's all about you earn it when you play, and I like that as well, that you can't just join in and grab and take. You need to earn it by leveling up. Just like in DayZ, you can loot and you can grab and take enemy weapons and clothes. Just beware if you change your clothes, there may be team kills occurring, and as well beware of your team if they change clothes. To always be aware of where your team is so you don't happen to team kill anyone. I like it because you can, if you want to, change your clothes and try to get inside the enemy lines, and they don't notice you because you look just like them. And that, I think, is very, very exciting. You can as well grab an enemy radio and listen in. So often there's code words on the radio. You never ever say the name of the bases. There are two names of a base. One name that the enemies know of, and the other name is a code word that is not shown on the enemy map. So every time you talk about a location, you always talk about the name that is not shown on the enemy map. So if someone is listening on the radio, they don't know the location you're talking about. And that is a depth to the game that I really, really like. So I'm right now just trying to learn the basics of the game, and I'm looking forward to be more in the gameplay, and I feel like there's a depth to this game. It's like Hell Let Loose with a team and taking bases, but then there's this depth when you can change clothes, you can change weapons, you can listen in on the enemy radio, it's a big map, the matches are hours long, it's a whole other feel. And then of course I love the landscape, I love the DayZ feeling of it, and the sunsets, like it's amazing landscape to play in. I think it's great so far. The only thing I need to do now is to get comfortable with the controls and the feeling of aiming, and it's very, very different from DayZ and Hell Let Loose with aim. You can't hold your breath, for example. So that is very, very challenging, and I like it. I like it challenging. This is my first video, and I think there's more to come. Nu var det ingen. Jo, det var det visst det. Okej, de såg mig. Woo! Springer jag runt. Det var nära.
Alpha main to all stations. Friendly forces are under attack at point main. Out.
I'm circling Indiana.
sköt en. Jag sköt. Jag tror jag sköt 2. Jag pushar med en granat. Då jävlar. Sköt 3. Jag granatar huset. Det är en som lever. Så här. Ja, men då så. Då fick jag den här som belöning. Oh wow! Vilket jävla skål!